I'm totally.
Yeah, so again, that tornado threat between Simsbury and Granby right now, we're gonna go street level here because it's really important to drill into the neighborhoods that may be impacted by the storm. So there's your possible tornado between Simsbury and Granby. At any time, if not already, a tornado could be on the ground. Granby right now, and just to the north of Granby, you are getting hit very hard by some very, very big hail. We're talking hail here, probably on the order of at least golf ball size, I'd say, north of Route 20, possibly as big as tennis balls. So between Granby and the Mass Line, if you head up towards Southwick right now, that's where you're just getting hit extremely hard. This is going to move toward East Granby. And guys, the Bradley Sky Cam at any moment is going to have a great shot of this. If we're looking to the west toward hills, we should be able to see this storm coming in from the west. So again, possible tornado here. The rotation, I would say it looks a little broad right now. I can see a couple things. What do you got, Josh? Right now, we put Bob Maxon on the phone. He's right on. Bring him up. Hey, Bob, what are you looking at right now?
Well, right now it's Simsbury Farms Golf Course on the northwest side of Simsbury along Old Farms Road. Our visibility has gone down to the left. I think Casper, winds and freshen the rain. Granby Simsbury town line.
Yeah, for sure, Bob. You're probably missing it by about a quarter mile. Farms Road here in Simsbury. So you're in West Simsbury, so just north 309, I believe. So there's Old Farms Road, and that rotation is just to the northwest of you, a little bit closer to Granby. Have you seen any strong winds besides?
Watching some of the umbrellas, of course, it's in the northwest part or the northeast part of Canton into the west. With Granby and
circling it for a few Simsbury and Granby. Bob, if you see anything else, please stay on the horn with us and give us an update.
Certainly will. Winds are increasing again, Ryan. I think these gusts are closer to 30 to 40.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Bob Maxon, live in West Simsbury as this storm moves in. So again, this is the track of the storm, Terriville 409. So basically overhead, if you're in Terriville, you need to be in a safe spot. East Granby 411, Pequannock 414, Windsor Locks 416, East Windsor 420, Broadbrook at 422. That's the storm that's moving in. Josh, I see, let me just circle this. I see these very strong winds here. I have a feeling that may be a little bit of side lobe contamination. I think that might be a little bit of an artifact.
I agree, because I'm looking at some of the other radars is not picking that up.
Okay.
So the radar from Upton and Albany.
So, but what we do have is that right there along 202, where you do have that rotation. So what you're looking at there is at any moment you could see a tornado touching down. So some rotation. Not jumping off the charts of me as extremely strong, but there you can see as we look to the west now from Bradley Airport, that is a very impressive looking signature there with some very, very dark clouds moving in from the west. And Bradley's going to be really close to getting into the worst part of the storm, I think, Josh, as it moves in from the west.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, Ryan. If we can maybe pull up the Talcott Mountain camera, the Talcott Mountain Science Center. I mean, that camera.
Yeah, and looking to the north up past Hubeline Tower, you should get a good shot. Oh, there you go.
And there you go. I mean, that is very impressive there. And Ryan, that is looking north, correct?
That is looking north. Yep.
So that's looking to the north. You can see just how ominous the clouds are. And this is, this is one of the areas that we're monitoring. And you can see as we slowly pan that the clouds are pretty low to the ground. We're dealing with some really heavy rain out there, some potentially hail in the excess of 1.5 to 2 inches. And, we're also looking at the threat for a possible tornado.
Yeah, sure. It almost looks like you can see a little bit of a Mattis clouds overhead there up at the Talcott Mountain Science Center. You can see, obviously, a really nasty storm moving through the Farmington Valley. So again, we're talking about the potential here for hail, the potential for some large hail as well, especially just to the north. I'm going to see if we have any reports coming in. I don't see any yet, but I do know that the Weather Service in their warning is warning for hail, and we just got a report of hail to the size of 2 inches in diameter in Heartland. So, we get you that first word as that storm was heading into Heartland that the hail was going to be a big factor, and it sure is. And Granby and Suffield right now, 187, 168, Phelps Road, over toward Hungary Road, Gate Road in Granby. We're talking about some big hail coming down right now. That is near Bradley Airport. I believe that's Tara Joyce, and you can see Josh almost looks like a shelf cloud there. Looks like it's Tara. That looks like Perimeter Road. Yep, almost looks like she's on the north side of the airport. Hey, Josh, Tara, I hear you. Go. What do you got?
Hey Ryan, sorry to interrupt, but I saw that you guys were taking this camera and I had to jump in because it is a pretty impressive scene out here right near Bradley International, and it changed in a matter of minutes. I was on the phone with the assignment desk at one point. I said, we don't really have anything. It just looks a little dark out here. And within, I would say 2, 3, max 5 minutes, we had what appeared to be from sky to floor lightning coming pretty consistently for a period of time, and it continues right now. And every turn we take, it can put us in a dark area, and then if you look over here as the camera changes now, there is a totally different sky coming up on the left. So that storm pushing in, we are seeing that firsthand right now. And I got to tell you, I mean, I love lightning. I'm always impressed by it, but I am blown away by the way the sky looks right now, the way the clouds are aligned up there right now, and again, just the consistency of the lightning going from the sky to the ground, and planes still coming in. Really impressive stuff. Can't imagine what you guys are getting back there.
Yeah, and Tara, we're actually looking above you right now from our camera up at the Talcott Mountain Science Center, and the clouds and the lightning just remarkable right now as the storm moves toward through the Farmington Valley and over toward Bradley Airport. You can see as we look off to the north right now, there's Hugh Blind Tower. So we're looking up towards Simsbury, and obviously a very dramatic shot there from our camera. And if we can go back to the Bradley camera, we should see, it looks like, Bradley is what we call right now in the bear's cage of this storm. What do I mean by that? If we go back over to live first alert Doppler radar, you can see actually it almost looks like the sun's trying to. We head over to the chroma key, if I can just show something quickly on live first alert Doppler radar. I'm going to zoom back out and I'm going to show you just where Bradley is. So we're going to take a closer look at Bradley and head right down to the airport. So Bradley is on the Windsor Locks East Granby line. It sort of straddles the border there. And so this is where Bradley is. If there was a tornado, it would be almost right over Bradley Airport. Clearly there's not, but this is the area underneath the storm's under. Tara's on Perimeter Road up there to the north. So if we're going to watch the storm come in, if there is a tornado, this is where it is, near Bradley Airport. So Tara, keep an eye out and try to get in a safe spot, because there's your rotation. So just from looking at, let me change this for you so I can show you. So there's your rotation right over Terraville. There's International Drive, there's East Granby, Bradley's right up here. You can see that's where the Days Inn is, that's the Perimeter Road. Tara, what do you see right now? I mean, I know are you on Perimeter Road?
It just started to rain. Yeah, we're on Perimeter, Ryan, and the rain just started to come down. And again, I'm looking at the sky above me. To my left, it is still light sky. To my right, it is down, it would seem.
For sure.
Again,
Let's
we
go.
don't feel like we're in any danger right now.
Yeah, let's go back to live first alert Doppler if we can here, because I want to, and Tara, so Tara's location, Tara is right here. So Tara, I've got good news for you for sure. If we had a tornado, it would be about a mile south of you. So that is a good place to be. You're just missing it now. But you're going to get, Tara, you're going to get into that hail core soon. So I have a feeling we just got a report of inch-size hail in Granby, so just to the north of you. So this is where Bradley is. If we had a tornado, there's our rotation. And so this is where Tara is, up near Bradley Airport. And there's a rotation with a very strong, what we call a couplet, with the winds that are turning direction very quickly here. So let's take a closer look here. There you go, winds blowing away, winds blowing toward the radar site. That is obviously what you see when you issue a tornado warning is something like that, and that's exactly what we have over Bradley. We can go to Bradley Skycam. There we go, and you can see, we're sort of in the rain-free area, what we call the rain-free base, and that area that's spinning around, that's the storm's updraft. So what you have is all of the air being sucked up right over Bradley Airport into the storm. I hope they're not flying anymore. That's certainly nothing I would recommend. And there's that storm moving right over Bradley. There are hail cores to the north.
We're flying out here. It is coming down in buckets right now. Visibility definitely low. Driving, we're gonna take it easy. That's for sure.
In your size? Yeah.
Now moving through Summers and Stafford, we got a brief little across the border up into Munson in Massachusetts, and we'll take a look down in the heart of what we've got going on here. I got a little shower. Looks like this one's in West Hartford. Another one moving through New Britain, heading up over into Farmington. Another now. A couple of these little showers for the next few hours, but I don't think we get a whole lot. The story for tonight is going to be some fog. Some fog will be rolling in off Long Island Sound. To guess at this point there isn't one, but still, if you're living in East Granby, Windsor Locks, Windsor, and then out across the border on the other side of the river, once you head out toward East Windsor, better safe than sorry. Southern part of Enfield as well, get in a safe spot. There's your rotation. There from the storm, you can see look at the flag blowing there on Terrace Shop there. You can see the trees blowing around as well. So she's getting into really the storm there, and you can see the Bradley camera as well. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Take a look at what we have. There's the strong rotation, or I wouldn't say strong rotation, but some rotation over Bradley Airport right now. And this is the storm to the north. We've got the potential for some large hail, especially just north of where Tara is. Tara's here, just north up into Granby. That's where you've got the hail potential. And that hail potential sort of snakes back a little bit further to the north and west, along and just to the west of Route 75 into East Granby. And so this obviously is something. If you're in this area, you need to be in a safe. You can't be venturing outside. You need to be in a safe spot as these storms move in. And then farther back off to the west, we have some very powerful storms in Litchfield County. I think from what I'm looking at here, and Josh, jump in. Let me know if you see anything else. It looks to me like the tornado potential is certainly diminishing here with this thunderstorm moving through near Windsor Locks and near the airport.
He's coming in. I think he's
I also want to point out further off to the west that there's a storm about 20 minutes away from Connecticut, down in Newburgh,
The one toward Poughkeepsie. And guys, if we can get the Avon Mountain camera up as well from Talcott Mountain Science Center.
And in this storm, it has tornado warning on it, and the velocity within this storm is pretty impressive as well. And again, it's between about 20 to 30 minutes away.
Thank you.
There's that image from the Talcott Mountain Science Center.
So that's the one storm in New York that we're going to have to watch. This is not too far from New Milford, so I want to give you a first alert here in New Milford. Wait for this storm to come in. This one is not pretty looking. This is a nasty storm, and wow, just look at that shot there on the other side of the screen. That is from the Talcott Mountain Science Center as this thunderstorm moves in. These thunderstorms are very intense. They're very powerful, and now we've got this line of thunderstorms. As we lose the tornado potential, at least initially, with those storms in portions of northern Hartford County, we still do have a hail and damaging wind potential back off to the north and west. So you've got this one storm here moving out toward East Windsor, and then this line of thunderstorms that Caitlin is still near, I believe, up here in portions of Litchfield County. She's in Granby right now, and Caitlin, what do you have in Granby? What are you seeing?
Adult medium.
Hey, Caitlin McGrath, you there?
Through Windsor Locks. Can you hear me right?
Yep, I got you. Go.
Okay, so we're in Granby behind that storm, and you can tell it went through here. I'm going to switch our camera around here. You can see there are leaves everywhere. There are branches scattered about as well. Clearly, some strong wind did move through this area. You can see the roads are just littered with debris, and we have to drive through.
Caitlin, look at all that hail. Is that all hail on the side of the road? It looks like it snowed.
No,
No, I think that's a youth large.
All right, looks like we'll try to get back to Caitlin as soon as she has a better shot up. But it looked like either there's a lot of leaves that came down, or you've got some hail on the side of the roads there. So when we have Caitlin's shot, we're going to get back to that. So again, we've got this tornado-borne storm moving toward East Windsor. To me, the tornado threat is quite low now. The tornado threat has certainly diminished. But I am getting more concerned, I would say, about the damaging wind threat back off to the north and west, out through portions of Litchfield County. And then again, this line of thunderstorms is going to come in. The whole state is still at risk here. We can't, forget about if you're in Danbury, Waterbury, or Middletown, or Meriden, or New Haven. I haven't talked about you over the last hour and a half we've been on TV because the storms are just not in your town yet. They will get there, and the severe weather risk does extend down to the south. And is that Bradley, guys? So, Bradley Airport is in the thick of it right now. Can't see a thing there at Bradley as this thunderstorm moves through. So again, tornado threat seems lower to me.